Hello all, how are you? I believe last week you have been a great time, and let's solve our remaining questions today. We're gonna solve CISIA practice materials from 11 to 20. That means last week we have solved until 10, and this week we'll solve 11 to 20. Okay, so number 11, let's read the questions. The Cartesian equation is x squared plus y squared plus 4x equal to gamma, where gamma is a positive real number. So it could be like a value of 5 or 10 or 20, whatever. Okay, it's just a value. We have to find out the center of this circumference and also the radius. So it's look like a equation of circle. Okay, so if we write the equation of circle, okay, then how it's look like, I'm just writing here. I already wrote the equation of circle. We can see x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0, where minus g and minus f is the center, and c, the constant term, is equal to g squared plus f squared minus r squared, where r is radius and g and f is the absolute value of center. Okay, so if we compare our given equation with the standard equation, then let's see. Our given equation is x squared plus y squared plus 4x plus c equal to gamma. Okay, so this is the given equation. If we write or if we compare with the standard equation, then we can write the equation like this: x squared plus y squared plus 2x plus 0 y and minus gamma equal to 0. So let's take a look here. In the given equation, the coefficient of x is 4, which we write like this: 2 into 2, that means 4. So this 2 is actually this 2, standard equation 2, and this 2 is value of g. So we found the x coordinates of the center is -2, and in the equation there is no y term. Okay, this term is absent, that means coefficient is 0. Okay, or we can write more exact way, like 2 multiplication with 0 with y. So here we can see the value of f is 0. Okay, so we find the center. And what is the radius then? We have c is minus gamma, so we can write minus gamma equal to g squared. G is -2, so absolute value is 2 squared plus f squared is 0 minus r squared. So if we just rearrange, then we'll get r squared equal to 4 minus, if we change the side, then minus gamma will become plus gamma. Then r equal to, we can write 4 plus gamma. Okay, so let's take a look then on the options. First we have to find out the circumference centered. So -2, 0, and no other options. So we can consider this is the answer. Let's compare. Yes, this is our radius 2. Therefore the correct answer is A. Okay, so this is question number 12. Let's read. Let x be a positive real number and a function fx equal to log base 10 x. Then if 10 x power negative 2 is equal to what? We have to find out. That means this value we have to input into our function equation. So it's given that if x equal to log base 10 x, and if we input the value 10 x power negative 2, then it looks like log base 10 dot x negative 2. That means in the place of x we input the new value of x, new value of theta. So now what we can do, see, it's multiplication here. So what we can do is log 10 plus log 10 x negative 2. Can we write that? Yes, we know that in the theta, if there is a multiplication, then we can write positives of it. Like instead of multiplication we can write plus and we can separate them. Okay, so log base 10 and 10, it actually 1. And here see, this log 10 has x is theta of log, and it has a power negative 2. So based on the rules, logarithm rules, we can simply write negative 2 behind the log, and log 10 remains like this. Then what actually we get? Minus 2 log 10x. And look, this log base 10x actually function of x. Therefore what we can write? 1 minus 2 function of x. So our answer. Okay, let's start the problem number 13. So this problem actually easy, but it's tricky, so we have to visualize and we have to understand in our head, then we can solve it easily. So let's read. Consider a semicircle with diameter AB equal to 2 centimeter. This is the first information given, and center is O. If we take away means just we will not consider, or just take away, okay, the semicircle of diameter AO. So see another semicircle which has diameter AO, that means 1 centimeter. The distance is 1 centimeter. This is the second information given. Then we rotate the resulting figure along AB by 360. This is the third information given. We obtain a solid whose volume is, okay, we have to find out the volume of a solid, like remaining solid. So let's do it. First let's consider a semicircle. Okay, this is a semicircle. Maybe it's not perfect. I'm drawing again. Just this is a semicircle, okay, just for understanding. It doesn't matter if it is perfect or not. So it has a diameter A and B, and its center is O, and the distance of diameter is 2 centimeter. Okay, so what is the radius then? Okay, radius if this is the diameter d equal to 2 centimeter, then radius r1 equal to 1 centimeter. Okay, now in second sentence it's written that we have to take out or take away a semicircle which has diameter AO. That means we have to draw another semicircle. I am using a different color this time. So a semicircle like this which has diameter AO, and this is the center. And what is the then radius of AO? If total like d2 is 1, then r2 is half centimeter. Okay, now remember what we have to do. We will not consider or will take out this portion. Okay, so the remaining portion is the empty space. Okay, remaining, if I just make color here, this is the remaining portion, and this is in on 2D. That means this is just an area. But if we rotate this, by 360 degree, that means it will be look like. Write this, and we can draw a circle here. Okay, so this is a solid, like you can consider a football, okay, or a cricket ball, and that ball has a hole inside. So the amount of hole is circle of AO. Okay, this smaller circle is the hole that we are not considering. So we have to find out the volume of this whole area. This whole area, we consider it V. Okay, so what we can do, we can consider the whole volume of circle AB. That means first circle, larger circle is V1 and a smaller circle is V2. That means we can find the volume if we just subtract V2 from V1. So we know the volume of a circle or volume of a solid circle is 4/3 pi r cube, right? In this case r1, 4/3 pi r2 cube. So what we can write, 4/3 pi is common, and r1 is 1 centimeter, minus r2 is half, right? So we can write like this, and unit is centimeter cube. So next sentence we can write like 1 minus 1/8 centimeter cube, which is actually 4/3 pi. If we just do the calculation, here is 8 and our numerator 8 minus 1. So what remains? 4/3 pi 7/8, and 4 and 8 we can reduce to 2. Then we can write 7/6 pi centimeter cube. So this is our final answer. So our option is B. How many points pxy on a Cartesian plane satisfy the following conditions? So here are 3 conditions, 3 equations. We have to find out how many points are satisfied by all of these three conditions. So we don't need to do calculations or traditional way to solve. We just consider some points and we can see, because it's easy to understand. For example, look at here, x plus y whole square equal to 1, and don't remove this 2. You may just see, oh, here is 2 and there is 1, so we can just remove it, but don't do it, then calculation will be complex. So let it remains like that. And here is x square plus y square equal to 1 and x plus y less than equal to 0. Okay, so let's consider some points for first equation. Okay, so we have to find out left hand side equal to right hand side for some values of x and y. If we consider x value is 0, then y is 1, then it's satisfied, right? It becomes equal to 1, it's satisfied. How about x value 0 but y value negative 1? Still is satisfied, because negative 1 whole square equal to 1. Then how about if we consider 1 and 0? It's also satisfied. Negative 1, 0, it's also satisfied. So we have 4 points that satisfies actual equation 1, but beyond these points you cannot find a single points that can satisfy. Okay, let's consider now equation number 2. Equation number 2, if we consider 0 and 1, satisfy, equal to 1, and for negative value also, okay, it's satisfied. Therefore all 4 points are okay with that. All 4 points are satisfies our equation. So no problem. Until now we have these 4 points that satisfy these 2 equation. How about equation number 3? Yes, equation number 3, if we input this value like 0, 1, it doesn't satisfy because it actually greater than 0. Okay, but it's satisfied 0, negative 1 is actually less than 0. And for 1, 0, it's also doesn't satisfy, but for negative 1 and 0, it's satisfied. So these two, okay, not this one, the first one and the third one not satisfying. And another point we can write for this, for example, positive 1 and negative 1, or negative 1 and positive 1. For these 2 points also satisfied. Okay, but problem is these 2 points are not satisfying this equation, this 2 equation. That is why we can consider. Therefore our answer is this 2 point, 0, minus 1 and minus 1, 0. So answer is B. Okay, I hope you understand, but still if you have any confusion, any question, just ask me on the comment section. I will try to answer you. Okay, let's move on to our question number 15. Consider 2 points A 0, 0 and B 1, 1 on a Cartesian plane. The equation of the axis of the segment AB is, okay, the equation of the axis of the segment AB, that means okay, first let me draw, then I will explain you. So we can just draw a coordinates like this, and this is the point, the center A 0, 0, and another point B 1, 1, this is the point. Okay, let's consider like this. So if we connect these 2 points, it becomes like this, AB. But they didn't ask the equation of AB, they asked a segment of AB the equation of the axis of the segment AB. So equation of the axis, that means a line which is 90 degree with this line. Remember this. So how we can do that? We have to find out a point. So how about if we consider a midpoint C, and the value of C is half, right? X value is half, y also half. Now we have to find out, if we draw another line which is perpendicular with the line AB, then this is our actually CD actually our target equation that we have to find out, we have to draw. Okay, so if we know a point and if we know the slope, then what is the equation? Maybe in geometry you have learned it, y minus y1 equal to slope m x minus x1. This is our equation. But what is the slope? Okay, we have to find out slope of this. Okay, but we directly cannot find it. But if we first consider the slope of this AB line, then we can find the slope of CD line as well. So what is the slope of AB line? We know the equation of slope, m equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, right? So slope becomes 1 if we consider 2 points A and B. The slope of AB actually 1. So the line CD actually perpendicular with AB, therefore slope of this equation actually negative m, which is minus 1. So we can now write the equation y minus y1. We know the point now, that point is C actually, half equal to minus m and x minus half. So we can write minus x plus half. Okay, so y and this half and this half becomes 1 at right hand side, so we can write 1 minus x. So our answer is D. Okay, let's solve this problem. The number 81 divided by root over 64 a whole power 1 by 4 is equivalent to what? So this is tricky, like you have to be well in calculation. At the same time you have to see the options very carefully. Okay, so we are writing the number 64 whole power 1 by 4. So what we can write, 1 by 4 we can write like this, right? 1 by okay, we can write root 64 and whole root of this 4. What we can find, 4, and we know 3 power 4 actually 81, and on the denominator we can write 64 is 8. So root over of 64 is actually 8. Then what it becomes, this 4 base root we can cancel out, because here also power 4, so we can cancel them out. Then it remains 3. and in the bottom it remains 8 power 4. This is a way, but some people may consider it difficult to understand, so we can simply write another way. I'm sorry to write again, but here we can just consider like this: 81 power is 1 by 4, and root 64 is 8 power 1 by 4. We can write like this, and next line we can write 81 actually 3 power 4 into already power 1 by 4, so this 4 cancel, so it remains 3 power 1 and 8 1 by 4, the same value but more simple, I think simple to understand. So our value remains 3 by 8 1 by 4. At this point, some students, you know what they will do, they will go to the options and they will correct some answers, because you can see there are 3 values which has 3 at numerator. So although numerator is 3, but look at the bottom, no one is matching with our data, therefore this A, B and E we can cancel out. So remaining 2 could be the answer, any of them. Okay, how we can find the answer? Let's take a look here. It's 24, it's also 24, and there is 64 as a pure number, therefore we don't need to consider the denominator, just consider this 24 value. It's a multiplication of 8 and 3. Okay, 3 8 is 24, therefore what they did, they just multiply 8 at both sides. Okay, 8 on the up and also in the down. Then if we calculate further, 24, and here 8 1 by 4 plus 1, because it has power 1, it becomes 24 divided by 8 5 by 4. You can do this equation very simply, like 4 1 plus 4, so 5 by 4. So our answer is C. Okay, the following expression is equal to, okay, so this is the expression, we have to find out the answer. Let's start. Let's take a look. The same value, if we consider it's x, for example x, then here also x, here also x. If we multiply, if we do addition, then what will be 3x, right? It will be 3x. Just add of them, then we can write 3 into 320, whose power is 1 by 3rd, and in the bottom 3 power 3 and whole power 2, that means power multiplication, so it becomes 6. Now what we can write, 3 power 1 by 3 and 320 by 3, because again we do multiply 3 6. So it's a simple calculation, I'm just doing it. I hope you will understand, because it's not a difficult question, just the base is same. So what we can do, we can as it is multiplication here, then what we have to do, just addition of power, 20 by 3 and 3 6, therefore it becomes 3 21 and 3 6, therefore we can write 3 7 and on the bottom 3 6, so 3 7 minus 6 actually 3, so our answer is C. Okay, let's start our problem number 18. So let Q be a square of side L. So this is our square Q, which is length, side length L. Okay, C1 a circle circumscribed around Q. Okay, so and C2 a circle inscribed in Q. We have to understand the meaning of these two words. It's important. Circumscribed means drawing outside of an object, and inscribed is drawing inside of an object. So we have to draw two circles. One is inside, another is outside. Inscribed means it will touch the Q, okay, and circumscribed means it will touch the corner of its side. So first let's draw the C1. I'm drawing. It may not be perfect, so just for understanding. Okay, so this is our C1. We can consider a center here. Okay, this is for example O. And inscribed, another circle, center is same, the circle circumference will touches the sides in the middle. Now the side length of a square is L. Then what would be the length of this value? Like if we consider another point C, OC, the total length is L, then it is L by 2. Do we find out the radius of our second circle R2, actually L by 2. But to find out the radius of R1, we have to do some calculations. But let's try to understand what they asked. The ratio between the area of C1 and C2 we have to find out. That means the area of C1 divided by C2, which means pi R1 square divided by pi R2 square. Okay, we have to find out this ratio. We need the R value. So what we can do, just draw a line there. Then we know its height, we know the base distance and height distance. Then we can apply the Pythagoras theorem, because this is 90 degree. Therefore if we apply Pythagoras, then we can find R1 value. We know root over equal to L by 2 r whole square plus L by 2 r whole square. Therefore root we find 2 L square and 4. It becomes L square and 2. So value of R1 is L by root 2. Okay, now we can input this value here. Then we can find R1 value, already we know L by 2. R1 value actually we just calculate L by root 2, and R2 value L by half. So whole square of these two terms. Then L square and 2 multiplication 4 by L square is cancelled and it becomes 2. So our answer is 2, option B. Okay, let's read this problem. Consider an equilateral triangle ABC whose side is 2 cm long. So first of all, we have to understand what is actually equilateral triangle. So equilateral triangle is a triangle which has equal sides. Okay, all sides are equal, that and it's given 2 cm long. Okay, so we can consider this is A, this is B, and this is C. And the information, further information given is AB, like D is a midpoint of AB sides, and E is the midpoint of BC. AC is divided by F. Okay, now we have to find out the area of rhombus DECF. That means this area. Okay, DECF. So it's very easy if we know the area of an equilateral triangle. Before that, I want to show you something. Okay, if you just connect this line, then all these four triangles, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, all these four triangles are the same. Their area are the same because these points D, E, F are the midpoints, and we know the lengths of all sides are equal. Therefore, the area of all triangles, all four triangles, would be equal. So if we know the area of whole triangle, then just we can divide by 4, and we can just add 3 and 4, then we will get the answer. Like area of 3 and area of 4, just to multiply by 4, then we will get the answer. Okay, let's do it. So we know area of a equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4, and its side is whole square. So root 3 by 4 and side length is 2, therefore we can just cross out this, it becomes root 3. Okay, now root 3 is the area of whole triangle, but we want to get 2 of them. That means we can just simply divide it by half. So area of rhombus DECF is root 3 by 2. Okay, because this area actually half of the whole triangle area, therefore our answer is A. So we can do it in a different way, like second approach, for whom doesn't know the formula, because some of you may not remember this formula. So how you can solve it? In that case, there is a basic formula we know. We can name them A, B, C, and we can just simply, we know already the 3 points D, E and F. We already know this, these are the midpoints, and if we draw a line A to E, then it becomes a right angle triangle. Okay, so if we know this height and we already know the base, then we can get the area of whole triangle. How? We know the area of a triangle, half into base into height. Then how we can get the height? So it's very easy, as it is a right triangle, therefore we can apply Pythagoras theorem, okay, to get this. So by the Pythagoras theorem, we know AB square equal to BE square plus AE square. Okay, so AB square is 2 equal to BE is 1 square because it's half of the side, and AE we have to find out. So from here we can get 4 minus 1 and equal to AE square, or therefore AE equal to root 3. Okay, yeah, root over 3. So now we got all information we needed, so we can just input them. Half into base, so base here is 2 because we are going to get the area of whole triangle, and then height we just find it out. Okay, so area is root 3 centimeter square. Now we have to find out the area of rhombus. Okay, so as we know, area of rhombus is half of the area of whole triangle ABC. Then we can simply write half into root over 3. So both cases we got the same answer. Okay, our last questions for today, let's read it fast. 30% of the students enrolled in university course passed the final exam during the first session. 10% of the remaining students passed the exam during the second session. How many students still have to pass the exam after the first 2 sessions? Express the results as a percentage of the total number of the students enrolled in the course. So what information is given? First of all, 30% students have been passed. 30% students have been passed in the final exam at first session, that means first attempt, and 10% of the remaining students pass the exam in second session. Okay, so how many students have to be passed? We have to find out them in terms of percentage of the total number of students. So we can simply for easy calculation we can consider the total number of students is 100. Okay, that means if 30% in first attempt, if 30% student pass the exam, 30% of 100, that means 30 students pass the exam. Okay, in second attempt, if 10% of the remaining students, so if 30% pass the exam, that means remaining students is 70, is 7, so total number is 37. So how many students is still remaining? 100 minus 37 equal to 63. So this 63 we have to express in the percentage of total number. We know total number is 100, therefore we can simply write down like 63 is like we can simply express 63 divided by 100, then it's 63%. Okay, so this is the answer, number B. So dear students, today I want to finish, and I hope it was helpful. I'm here for you actually, and if you have any questions or if you don't understand anything, just make a comments and give me feedbacks. Also let me know your opinions and how I can improve. So tell me everything, I will try to make it easy for you. And I have of course different plans for you, like not only doing like solving the materials, but also I will try to give you other information like how you can enroll and what information you need to know for enrolling in university and applying for university. So just let me know. I will try to give you answer. So thank you and see you next week. Next week I will try to solve logic section, and I will try to cover all, but let's see if I can. Otherwise we have to make 2 separate tutorials for that. So thank you for staying with me, and see you next week.